There are forces of good and forces of evil at work in the world today. What are these forces? Who is responsible for the good? And who is responsible for the evil? Richard Shaw talks about current events which are rarely discussed by the mainstream media, events that affect us all. This program seeks to identify, to inform, and to equip the believer for what.
The program is sponsored by Lincoln Log Homes. We are pro-Christian, pro-American, pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, and here by the grace of God. I want to talk to you a little bit today about Fox News. They're kind of fading, aren't they? And they sure have been a disappointment. I want to go back just a little bit and to when I really started noticing it. Of course, election night, it was very obvious. And before that, when we had the debate, well, we all know what that was all about. Chris Wallace was just somebody else to debate on. I've had him spotted as quite a while as not really one of us. It's okay when they had their fair and balanced people on there. They've got Juan on there, who actually is, well, it should be a disappointment to even put him up there. But it's okay. Donna Brazil, we know she's a thief. She stole from her own people to get some of the answers to Hillary and really sabotaged within their own party 4 years ago. That was all right, balance them off, and it's okay. But now it's coming up that some of their real stars, the ones we thought were right-wing, are left-wing. And they're, Neil Cavuto, a big disappointment to me. BuzzFeed, you can just get it on some of the programs by the tone, if not the outright statements. I want to go back a couple of weeks ago when I got this article, and I mentioned it earlier, back during the election. The Trump campaign pointed out that the director of Fox News election decision desk, Aaron Mishkin, that he certainly was not an impartial observer. Now, I covered this 2 or 3 weeks ago with you. He is, in fact, a staunch supporter of the Democrats. Both the Trump campaign and other observers had argued that it was too early to call Arizona for Joe Biden on election night when he called it. I noticed it. I also noticed at the same time that they were very slow in calling Florida for Trump when it was obvious that it was going to go for Trump. Getting back to this Munchkin, he supportedly has admitted that he's a registered Democrat. He voted for Hillary in the 2016 election. He also financially contributed to the Obama-Biden campaign in 2008. In his position as head of the decision desk, he was ultimately responsible for calling Arizona for Biden. That was an announcement which made waves in the mainstream media as a crucial victory in Biden's bid to become president. It was obvious to all of us. I saw it, you saw it. And just today I got something from Rush Limbaugh. He scolds Fox News for stabbing their audience in the back. He said, "You don't turn on your base." That's right. Rush Limbaugh, conservative talk show legend, had somber words for Fox, which he accused of turning on their once loyal audience. But with the network's coverage on election night, he noted, and a subsequent bandwagon mentality declaring Democrat nominee Joe Biden in 2020 the winner, many viewers have abandoned Fox. And they were the once conservative giant. He noted, Rush did, you don't turn on your base. You don't turn on your audience unless you've had some kind of you just don't do it for the sake of approval of your enemies. A quote from Rush Limbaugh. You don't turn on the people. You got where you are because you'd rather be friends with other people. I always heard that one, even outside of politics, you go home with the one that brung you to the dance. Conservatives have made Fox great. There's a change there. The network's follow-through with many reports seem to question the credibility of Trump's claim of voter fraud and irregularity, caused an exodus of their once loyal conservative viewers. But you see, part of this is their board. Now, Murdoch's 2 boys took over when Murdoch got out of it, and the wife of one of them is very liberal. She said, and I'm going to quote, I mean, it was James Murdoch's wife who made the statement. It looks like we have him. It looks like we got him. We finally got rid of Trump. That is the wife of one of the Murdoch boys, and the two of them that are on the board. A change. Ryan, our conservative, and I say that with tongue-in-cheek, the Rhino Republican who headed up the House of Representatives, he's now on the board at Fox. These are not our people, good listeners. Rush said, and I'm going to quote him a bit more, let me tell you something, folks. If the people running Fox succeed in destroying the distinction that Fox has from the rest of the media, they're going to destroy Fox. If they're successful in taking away from Fox the things that distinguish it and make it appear different from the rest of the drive-by media, what do you think's going to happen? And as I said, I've noticed it. You've noticed it. Everybody that's been watching it all. Well, what are we going to do about it? Well, I signed up, and I'm getting Newsmac now. I have had Newsmac on a daily report that I get through my computer. I do a reading service that I get different information, and I've had that reading service for quite some time. I now have Newsmac television available. Well, I'll tell you why it really doesn't replace Fox is because, you see, Fox still has some great people. Sean Hannity, Lou Dobbs and his guests, Steve Hilton with The Next Revolution, Tucker Carlson, Maria Bartiromo, Judge Jeanine, she got blanked out one week because they censored her. Mark Levine, Molly Hemingworth. These are all great people, and they're not on Newsmac. So what I'm doing personally, I know when the good people are on, and I'm watching those, and I'm going to Newsmac for some of my general news, and they do miss these stars that we all enjoy hearing. But they have a general tone that's positive and is pro-conservative cause. It's a decision you're going to have to make. I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what I'm doing. And I am going there. Now, the Fox ratings are going down. They're plumbing down. They're going to lose their advertisers. They're going to lose their following. What will they do about it? Quite frankly, I don't think they'll do a thing about it. I think they'll become another CNN. Now, I've seen some thoughts that what will Trump do if he doesn't succeed in getting the election changed back to his favor? One thought is that he may start his own conservative TV network. That'd be wonderful. He might be going to social media and starting his own platform. I don't know what he's going to do. I'll let you know when I hear something. I do know that I'm a supporter. I will continue to support him. I will have issues I disagree with him on, but I'm not going to turn my back on the man. I'm not going to turn the back on the conservative cause, and I'm certainly going to feed my brain, give me the knowledge I need by continuing to watch Hannity and Dobbs, some of the others that I've already mentioned, Sidney Powell. See, these are on Fox. They're not on Newsmac. But I can go to Newsmac and pick up some general reporting, and I'm not going to sit there and listen to this tongue-in-cheek people that think that they're talking my stuff and they're not. The tone, I'm smart enough to pick it up, so are you. You've seen it in BuzzFeed, and now we've got Neil Cavuto doing it too. It's going to take some research. I'll share it with you from time to time as I pick it up. But be aware, Fox is changing. It's going to cost them. Let it not cost us. I see now where Twitter's banning Trump. I see now where Dominion computers made in Venezuela to sway the Venezuelan people. I see what these voting systems are. Sidney Powell says there's hundreds of thousands of votes, individual votes, that are wrong. By the way, she's a good patriot, a true patriot. So bottom line, what am I saying, folks? I'm saying just keep your ears open. Don't believe everything you hear on Fox. I'm not going to be supporting their advertisers unless it's advertising on one of the programs that I mentioned. You know, Hannity, Lou Dobbs, Tucker, Bartoloma, Judge Janine. We can pick and choose. We can be discerning. We don't have to be gullible. We can stand proud. We can pray for our country. I urge you, as never before, pray for our republic. When the lights go out in America, the lights of freedom, freedom will go out around the world. Now a word from our sponsor, Lincoln Log Homes. If you have questions on log homes, if you want to buy one, I'll get you the best price possible. We've been in business since '74, members of the Charlotte, North Carolina Better Business Bureau. I'm CEO over there. They sponsor this program, and I'm there. I'm the one you talk to. I'm the one that can give you special pricing. All you got to do is mention this program. They'll put the call right through to me. I'm there 5 days a week, Lord willing. I'll return your call if I'm not right there. Building quotes are available. We can have builders that go cross country to put them up for you if you need them. There's never a cost for a quote, no obligation. 800-848-3310 or LincolnLogEnterprises.com. Enterprises with an E and spelled out. That's our webpage. Give me a call. We can have Patriot talking along with Log Homes. God bless you. Keep the faith and keep praying for our country.